It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Redskins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his first pass is incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. We said earlier Week 9 was really a defensive battle. And to that point, Le'Veon Bell, 32 yards on the ground, 38 through the air. He was bottled up.
And it doesn't happen often because everyone knows that Pittsburgh's going to use him on the ground, through the air, yet he still produces big numbers. So Baltimore, with their game plan, executed it almost to perfection.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Coates. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Redskins will take control of the football. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. There goes Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 67 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Caught left side, Garcon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
No. Check, Patrick.
Play clock winding down. Second down, Cousins to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Green 39! Detroit! No. Check, Patriot!
And the back goes into motion.
Leopard! Back 99, Philly, here we go! Watch out! Leopard!
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On the catch, it's Crowder. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go. 3-19.
4th down, Cousins. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rutt. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Pittsburgh offense. They've had their struggles, especially recently, even with Big Ben back in Week 9. And, after the game against Baltimore, Antonio Brown said we've got to have guys step up because at times he was triple covered in that game.
So that means Eli Rogers, who actually had a very nice game against Baltimore, over 100 yards in receptions, Darius Hayward-Bay, Sammy Coates, the tight end Jesse James. I think that's who he's talking to. If I'm going to get triple covered, you guys have to make plays.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Well, against Baltimore, that quiet first half that everyone had on offense for Pittsburgh. But Antonio Brown, he came alive in the second half, finished with a touchdown at 85 yards.
And showed exactly why you and I both know that Baltimore head coach John Harbaugh never was comfortable with that 21-point lead. Kept waiting for Antonio Brown to break out. He did, and put a lot of pressure on the Ravens. That's what you get with a big-time player. When the game's on the line, they tend to come through. A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. A gain of 4 on the play. And now lead here to a 3rd down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, lock it. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Cousins now from the 50. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And here's another interception. interception, the third of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's going to loft one. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 91 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Jarvis Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Cousins now on second down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play, Cousins to Jackson. And even 50 yards.
All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at... No. Check. Patriot. Gone. Now let's go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught left side, Garcon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarvis Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. All right, now, gone.
Second down, Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go.
The play clock's running down.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Leopard. Back it up. No. Check. Patriot.
3rd and long for Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. 22 yards on the pickup there. And Jay Gruden says, let's go for this thing. They're going to try it here on 4th.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll go with Jones. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Deep in the red zone. This was 4 down territory.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Matt Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that makes it 23-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 22 on that one. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. Here's Roethlisberger trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Cousins now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Escaping the pressure right. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw.
There goes Marcus Wheaton. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marcus Wheaton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slides to avoid the hit. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. Brandon, so much attention in Dallas about Dak Prescott and what he's done as a rookie quarterback, and deservedly so. I don't think many people saw this coming. But when you talk with people in Dallas, they'll tell you they saw signs early after he joined the team. In fact, one of the observers told me they were having a 2-minute drill, and they were going through it, and Des Bryant caught a pass and ran the length of the field for a touchdown, but they were in a 2-minute drill trying to get work done, and Dak Prescott actually took him to the side and said, hey, you're the big dog around here, but we all need to get some work in, and the team saw that.
Wow, the rookie going to the vet.
That's pretty impressive right there, and I think it got everyone's attention early in Dallas about Dak Prescott. Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ricky Jean-Francois able to drop him for a loss of 4. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just didn't complete it.
Over the middle to Garcon. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Cousins. Jordan Reed has it, and he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And Reed with it over the middle. And he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Cousins on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarvis Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Let's get 56. Leopard. Gone. Over. Gone.
Second down, Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jarvis Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.
Here we go now. Detroit.
Watch the twist.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Leopard.
What's it?
No. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Third and long for Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Halfback sent in motion. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 49 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stop them on 3rd down. Or if
and this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Will Compton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Crowder now to return. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield. That's Jones. Time running out here on the play clock. He's going to get the football. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be 1st down, Washington.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now at FedEx Field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Will Compton, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Surveying the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to D'Angelo Williams, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession.
Watching now, Barney. Gone. Watching now, Barney.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Over.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Try to shake off. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green,
In motion,
39.
the tight end, Reed.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it, and that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. So out now come the Redskins. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was very easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Washington first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try to throw now. Cousins caught on the right side. Reed. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the first round. And people wondered, why would you take a second rookie quarterback? Well, it's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Cousins to throw it. Jordan Reed has it. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. So now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
In motion right, Garcon. They'll try again with Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hang on now. Blue line it. No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Brandon, that's climbing the hill. And not only climbing it, but finally getting to the top and over. What a comeback.
What a comeback indeed. I mean, Charles, that was a 3-score deficit at one point that they were facing.
And let's face it, many times teams in that situation, they pretty much pack it in for the game.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a
crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.